Hey, check it out, it's MediaShinobi, and we will be reviewing the movie Star Trek Into Darkness.
And...
What was that?
Alright, sorry about that. It's just that it's been a while since we did. We're still kind of getting the run of making the videos again because it's like our schedule's so messed up. But anyway, let's move on. I will tell you right now, I'm not the biggest Trekkie fan. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying I'm not hardcore fan. Like my knowledge of Star Trek before the 2009 movie came out was like the Next Generation, which I've seen, and First Contact, and of course the infamous Kirk versus Gorn fight.
Pokemon XY. Get it soon.
I just remember walking into the 2009 movie with someone outside of the fan base and stuff like that, and I ended up really liking it, like more than I thought I would like it. So yeah, I was very excited for this movie. What I really liked about this movie is the fact that it's pretty different from the first Star Trek 2009 movie, which is basically that movie is all about Kirk and Spock's relationship growing stronger and all that stuff, their friendship. Like at first they hate each other, now they're like friends. Nero, the bad guy, the Romulan from the first movie, he was like not as cool, or he was just like a weak villain because it focused mostly on Kirk and Spock's relationship. This movie, on the other hand, is all about the villain. It's much more than I thought it was gonna be. Like it's not just like, oh, here comes Benedict Cumberbatch and he's gonna destroy stuff. No, it's
What's his name?
I think it's Benedict Cumberbatch, or I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Benedict something, but yeah.
Coming back.
You're a terrible human being. It's much more complex than that, and I was surprised by the plot of it. Like, it's like really not totally mind blowing, but like it was still like a good twist to it, and I'm like, okay, this movie is much more deeper than I thought it would be. Like the title itself says, in darkness. The entire movie itself is much darker. I think the camera even was a bit darker. Is it me, or like the camera itself was like not as bright, or the lights were not as lit?
They are in space.
Well, compared to the first one, though, the first one was like, I thought it was like much more lit and brighter compared to this one, where it's like more darker.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All I know is I saw lens flares.
Okay, yeah, I'm one of the people who doesn't mind the mention. I think he held back a little bit.
Yeah, in this movie, surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah, he held back. It didn't really bother me, the lens flares, but, I just noticed the fact that the lens flares are not as, out there compared to the first one. And I also felt like the crew really did more than the first one. Except for Hikari Sulu. I think he should have done a bit more, but, And, Kumar! Yeah, we can't let that go. Sorry, Harold. So all in all, yes, I did enjoy it. And compared to the first one, it's hard for me to say because they're both very different. Since this one focuses on the villain, the first one focuses on the relationship between Kirk and Spock. And Kirk and Spock's relationship is like so different. It's kind of also cool to watch because they're really
love-hate relationship.
Not even love-hate, just the fact that not as bad as like the first one.
Not as bad as the first one, but it's still love-hate.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a lot of growth.
Yeah, but and you can tell like at one point in the movie you could tell like they're really like they're buddies. And other than that, yeah, if you like the first one, of course you're gonna like this one. I can't wait to see if it's gonna be a Star Trek 3. I hope they do.
Most likely, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be busy because the dude is doing Star Wars now.
Well, it's the fact that nowadays everybody wants to do a trilogy, at least.
Okay, I guess so. Yeah. Anything you guys liked about the movie?
I like the villain. I really like him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the villain, like
comedy is funny.
Comedy it was like out of nowhere.
Not out of nowhere. Like it felt like it was similar to like the first one. Like it fit.
I thought this was more funny.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was definitely more funny.
But also like when it got serious, I'm like, yeah, it just got real. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for spoiler-free versions. I would definitely give it a 8.5 out of 10. No. Yeah, 8.5 sounds right. Alright, so the spoiler talk of this video is the fact that we learned this guy, this mofo...
Wait for it. You can't believe it.
You.
Don't be so mean to me.
Yeah.
Don't consider my actions, my emotion.
Oh, God. Yeah, it is in fact Khan.
Yeah, continue.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was a bit surprised. I had a feeling they would use Khan because people were like, is it Khan? Is it really Khan?
They've been doing it since like the trailer.
The very first teaser trailer because it imitated a scene
Yeah.
from the original Star Trek 2's Wrath of Khan.
And that got people talking.
Yeah, people were talking. Hell, people were saying, "Oh, because his clothes were kind of similar to Khan." And the fact that I am very happy to use Khan because he is such an iconic villain compared to the first villain. The first villain is nothing compared to this guy. He's in the front line.
Got a whole like platoon of patrol Klingon.
Like he saw in the trailer. He's like literally on a open area with the one gun, like one big gun and one medium gun, just shooting it. Like the big gun takes down a ship, and he just goes down and whoops like he just literally murders 10 Klingons. Which you should know that Klingons are really hard to kill. He just whoops them like that, and also his voice is so freaking menacing. And it sounds very different from like the movie Khan, like from Wrath of Khan. Like if you guys, Trekkies should know what he sounds like. But I'm sorry to say, I never watched Wrath of Khan. I know what happens in it. I know all the stuff about it, but I just never truly watch it. I might watch it one day. And Benedict does a really good job. He also does some emotional scenes and scenes where he just gives out threats, and I'm like, okay.
His facial expression doesn't help the case too.
Yeah, I know. And I really like the villain. Now, the reason why I gave this a movie at 8.5 is the fact that I think they took him out a bit too easily. Like the climax of the movie kind of ends with just like a chase sequence a bit and a bit of a hand-to-hand combat.
We've been over this. He was stunned, beaten up, crashed onto a planet, jumped down 30 meters, chase scene, another fight scene on moving trash can ships, stunned like another 10 times, and then he got a shuriken to the face.
Okay. I mean, he took a lot of punishment, but I kind of wanted him to escape. Because, this is spoiler free, but at the end of the, I felt like he just took him out and then done. At the scene where Spock, shoryukens, if you say, it just cuts to black and it just shows the next scene. And I'm like, oh, that's it? I kind of want him to say one more line of dialogue, because he's a cool villain, and I really wanted more of that. And I guess that's what the movie suffers, the fact that we give him such a cool villain, he has some cool scenes, he goes through so much punishment, he's such a badass, and we don't even see him get captured. He just gets smacked, knocked out, and unseen, and we don't see him again until him frozen. I stayed at the end of the credits to see if he's gonna bust out there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he doesn't bust out. And I was like, oh, come on, I wanted that. I hope we see him again, because I felt that's the only thing that the movie suffered, the fact that he goes out, done. And yes, he does some cool things, but I still feel like it was a bit brief of how they took him out.
I mean, it's possible because he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not, compared to Nero, who, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
I was kind of hoping that maybe in the sequel, the Klingons will come back and probably use him to fight against the Federation and waking up all Khan's crew. I was kind of hoping that he would do that. He would succeed in opening, freeing his crew. I was hoping they would do that. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I know it seems a bit harsh me bringing it down 8.5 to 10, but still, I wanted more Khan. I wanted more everything, and I hate when movies do that sometimes where it does everything so good. I'm like, I want more. Hopefully, Star Trek 3, if it ever happens, he comes back. We have Khan again.
Be Star Trek Into the Light.
I hate you. And also, one more thing. If you guys, did you guys truly see Khan coming, or was it too obvious for you guys, or? And also the fact that I want to know what you guys think about the movie, and what do you think they should do in Star Trek 3? If J.J. Abrams is gonna come back for Star Trek 3,
he'll probably will.
You think he will?
Yeah.
Why?
Just cause.
Money.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. It's MediaShinobi signing out. Peace.